Hello and welcome to all of viewers in Nigeria and around the world to meet the news on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Edikan Michael. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365, free to air on Nicomsat and StarTimes channel 276. The federal government has called on agencies recruiting for the private sector to adhere to the 70,000 naira minimum wage, warning that any deviation will not be tolerated. A permanent secretary, Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment, Ismaila Abubakar, stated these while speaking at the 13th Annual General Meeting of the Employers Association for Private Employment Agencies of Nigeria in Lagos. Government says the new minimum wage is necessary to address the current economic reality, emphasizing that no Nigerian worker, whether in government or private employment, should be paid less than the minimum wage. Some residents of Pape, a suburban community in Abuja, in the Federal Capital Territory, have insisted that they would rather flee the community for safer places than live in fear of a disaster owing to the recurrent earth tremors experienced in the area in the last few days. The development comes after the Nigeria Geological Survey Agency released a statement assuring the resident that the tremors recorded were low and do not pose threats to the community. The Director General, Professor Olusegun, had said approximately 48 separate earthquakes were recorded, with both intensity and frequency increasing between the Friday, September 13 and Monday, September 16. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has commenced distribution of sensitive materials for the 18 local government areas in Edo State. The distribution is being done on the premises of the Central Bank of Nigeria in Benin, Edo State. The hired vehicles that will convey the materials to various locations are already stationed outside the bank. Now, away from that, the Police Service Commission officials monitoring team has arrived in Edo State ahead of the September 21st governorship poll in the state. In a press statement made available by the PCS head press and public relations Ikechukwu Ani, the personnel will monitor the conduct of police officers during the Saturday's governorship elections in the state. And he said the team will be led by the retired Deputy Inspector General VIG Taiwo Lekanu and will include all the high-ranking staff. The Director General of the All Progressive Campaign trained Senator Matthew Ogoke in Edo State has assured communities and around already the local government area of the state of swift changes in the fortunes of the state if they vote in the party's candidate Senator Monday Agbobola as governor of the state in Saturday's governorship election. He gave these assurance during the last cap of the campaign visit to the communities, where he described as a promise keeper on account of his antecedents as a senator who represented them in the National Assembly. We'll bring that report very shortly. And now, Chairman of Imo State's Independent Electoral Commission, Charles Ejogu, has expressed the Commission's readiness to conduct Saturday's 21st local government election in the state. Global TV Amachibe completes the report. We'll bring that very shortly. An elder statesman, Alhaji Mohammed Jibo of Tudanwada, Zaria, has passed away at the age of 92. It happened on Wednesday after a prolonged illness of his residents. He is survived by wives, 10 children, and many grandchildren. Among his children is the late Yusuf Jibo, a veteran broadcaster who served at the Nigeria Television Authority at the CNN and later became the chairman of the governing board of Kaduna State Media Corporation. Alhaji Mohammed Jibo was a distinguished public servant with a notable career. He served in the Nigerian Railway Corporation, where he excelled and reached the pinnacle of his career. He held various positions in the Northern Government of Nigeria, contributed to Ahmadu Bello University in Zaria, and served as the Federal Commissioner of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Additionally, he was an advisor to both the Kaduna State Government and the Federal Government of Nigeria. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Betukun, has directed the redeployment of Rivers State Commissioner of Police, Tunji Idizu, to the Federal Capital Territory Command. The shake-up also affects the Delta State Police Command, with the CP Abewoda being reassigned to the Rivers State Command. In his place, CP Peter Opara, who was recently posted to the FCT command, has been appointed as the new Commissioner of Police for Delta State. The force spokesman, Moya Dejobi, in a statement said the redeployment was to ensure effective policing in the affected state. The governor of Kano State, Abba Yusuf, dissolved the caretaker chairman of all the four local government areas with immediate effect. All this was disclosed in a statement released by the governor's spokesperson, Sanusi Bature. The dissolution comes a week after the State House of Assembly approved a 2-month extension to the tenure, which was initially set to expire on September 8. The extension, according to lawmakers, was intended to ensure continuity in local governance. The Niger State government has disclosed that it will spend over 50% of the 2025 budget on education and health. The state governor, Mohamed Bago, gave assurance on doing the symbolic distribution of kitchen utensils to boarding schools and the classroom furniture at the educational resource centers in Minna. Bago further disclosed that 1.8 billion naira has been marked as a matching grant to the Universal Basic Education Commission, stressing that his administration was committed to the timely payment of counterpart funds to support educational projects in the state. You're watching the Midday News coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. When Midday News returns, Russia region orders evacuation after Ukraine drone attack. Our details of these and more after this break. Please stay with us. Welcome back, many thanks for staying with us on Midday News. Ahead of the Imo State Local Government election, Global Television Amara Chibe has a report.
However, residents of the state have mixed feelings over the planned Saturday local government election.
Today we have commenced a very critical component of this process, and that is validation of candidates.
The people of the state are rejoicing that after more than 6 years of not conducting local government elections in Nigeria,
ISEC has verified the candidates out of the 17 political parties that are contesting. So the election is now ready and the atmosphere is charged.
To me, there is no much awareness concerning this local government election, so far as I'm concerned. If we go down to rural area, most people don't know that there will be election.
APC will going to clean the whole local government. When APC cleans the whole state, the 27 local government of House of Assembly, that same thing will repeat itself.
Finally, power will gradually return to the people in few days to come. Amarachi Ibe, Global TV News.
And now moving on to business, the Nigeria Customs Service Kikiri later terminal said it intercepted 51.25 kilograms of cannabis valued at 256 million naira in September. In a statement released, the Customs Area Controller in charge of the command, Joy Adeodok, discloses while handing over the seized hard drugs to officers of the Nigerian Drug Law Enforcement Agency at the command in Apapa, Lagos. The Central Bank of Nigeria has reduced the cybersecurity levy on electronic transactions from 0.5% to 0.00% in its new fiscal guidelines for 2024-2025. This reduction follows the controversial introduction of the levy earlier this year, which was met with opposition from both the Nigerian Labour Congress, Trade Union Congress, and the bank customers. The president of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Joe Ajaero, has attributed the current uproar between the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited and the Dangote Petroleum Refinery to the alleged government policy somersault and the fraudulent move by some forces. Ajaero, who said these at the Murtala Mohammed Airport Terminal 2 in Lagos, further described what has been going on between the Dangote and the NNPC as uncalled for, stressing that in a deregulated economy there should be choices and competition. He queried the basis for regulating what Dangote is to sell, insisting that deciding for the private sector on how or what should be sold is an act of fraud. Meanwhile, the Secretary General of the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, Aitan Ali, has revealed that taxes imposed by the major oil-consuming countries, not oil prices, are the primary driver of fuel costs. He explained that the prices paid by the consumers at the pump were determined by various factors, including the price of crude oil, refining, transportation, and the marketing cost, the oil companies' margins, and the taxes. According to the revenues generated from the oil sales are often reinvested by the oil-producing countries into the oil sector. And now moving on to foreign scene, a second deadly wave of unprecedented explosions in the strongholds of Lebanon's left it in the days rare hours after a major speech by its Baghdad leader Hassan Nasrallah. The latest batch of the device explosions killed 20 people and wounded more than 450 others, stoking fears of a full-blown war with Israel. The blast came a day after the simultaneous detonations of pagers used by Hezbollah killed 12 people, including 2 children, and wounded up to 2,800 others across Lebanon in an unprecedented attack. At on the foreign scene, 5 women say they were raped by the former Harrods boss Mohammed Fayed when they worked at the luxury London department store. Testimonies were heard from more than 20 female ex-employees who say the billionaire who died last year, aged 94, sexually assaulted them, including rape. The documentary and the podcast Predator at the Harrods gathered evidence that during Fayed's ownership, Harrods not only failed to intervene, but they helped cover up abuse allegations. The United Nations General Assembly has adopted a Palestinian-drafted non-binding resolution demanding Israel end its unlawful presence in the occupied Palestinian territory within 12 months. There were 124 votes in favor and 14 against, including Israel, along with 43 abstentions. As a non-member observer state, Palestinians could not vote. The resolution is based on July advisory opinion from the United Nations highest court that said Israel was occupying the West Bank, that is Jerusalem and the Gaza Strip against the international law. An Israeli citizen has been arrested on the suspicion of being involved in a plot by Iran to assassinate the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and other top officials. Israel security services say Israeli police and domestic intelligence said the man was twice smuggled into Iran and received payment to carry out omissions. In a joint statement, they say the suspect was a businessman who had lived in Turkey and had Turkish contact what helped to get him into Iran. And out of sport, Getafe have set a high transfer fee for Nigerian sensation Cristiano Zuche following his impressive start to life in the Spanish top 5. The young midfielder has become the sensation of the club this season and has been tipped to leave the club in the upcoming transfer market. Uche joined the Madrid-based club just a few weeks ago from the Spanish state-tier side, a quota for the mega 500,000 euros, and has become one of the most outstanding players in just 5 matches into the La Liga campaign. And more on sports, the ongoing Flying Eagles screening exercise meant to select players for the 2024 WAFB Under-20 Championship scheduled for October and November in Togo has been hijacked by government officials, football agents and football academy owners. According to some of the players undergoing the selection process at the FIFA Goal project in Abuja, on the condition of anonymity for fear of being victimized, the exercise has been completely taken over by the infiltrators, leaving the Aliyu Zibarule technical crew confused. And that was a package on Meet the News, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on DSTV channel 365. Start times 276 and free to air on Nicomsat. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using @Global TV NG and other handles now showing on the screen. I am Edikan Mike. Many thanks for staying with us on Meet the News. See you very shortly.